if technology is going to be the servant rather than the governor, it has to serve the interests of humanity, and humanity does not have to serve it. We're in a situation now where humanity is serving technology. And it will be serving AI. Increasingly, it is serving AI in its algorithmic expression. I have a mobile phone of way back down, I think it's 3G, they call it, and it sits in a desk at my house for months on end, sometimes 6, 7 months. If I'm in a situation where I need to communicate with someone, that I won't have any other form of communication where I am, I might have it with me. I'll communicate and I'll say, I'll be on a landline at this time, and the thing goes off and goes back in the drawer for another 3, 4, 5, 6 months. It serves me rarely when I'm in that situation. And you find there is very, very little that won't wait till you're on a landline. And you can have a proper conversation with someone without this burning your brain and without you constantly on it. Because what is happening, and this cabal knows this, for a very long time, indeed right up to recent times, science believed that once the brain was formed, that was it. That's how it stayed. Now they know it's very different through this thing they call brain placidity. Brain placidity means the brain is changing in the way it processes information and the neuron networks it creates to process information on the basis of information received. So what we've had in this very short time is the human brain bombarded with digital electrical stimulus that it's never experienced before. And there have been books written by scientists about this. It's changing the human brain. It's changing the way the brain processes information. And how we process information dictates our perception of reality. And kids are having their brains rewired. And you know, people talk about love. Well, and people think loving your children and wanting the best for your children is giving them things that they want. Well, where does most stimulus come from what children want? It comes from the system, it comes from adverts, it comes from peer pressure and all that stuff. So the loving thing to do, the caring thing to do for your child from that perception of love is to give them a mobile phone. And they'll love you for it. They'll like you for it. Oh, thank you, Mum. Thank you, Dad. Just what I wanted. The really loving thing is not to give them a mobile phone and to take their disappointment and to take often their anger. You don't care about me, because you care about them deeply, because you're not supporting them going down this road of technological control. So when people say there's nothing I can do, I'm just little me, first of all, you're not little me, that's just a perception of yourself. But there's endless things we can do. The question is, are we going to do them? And that answer to that question will decide if we end up in this technological dystopia or whether we don't. Right. And we better start making the choice quick because it's moving fast.
What's next for you? I heard we got another book coming soon.
Yeah, I'm about a week finishing a book. I've got to tell you now, it will be possibly the most controversial book of modern times, possibly ever, given the nature of human society that we've been talking about.
Not just your most controversial book ever, the most controversial.
Oh, the most controversial book. Oh, yeah.
In all time.
They'll have to take to their beds, mate. They'll have to take to their beds and drink some broth because, you know, I've used the analogy in the book that it's like standing in a lift, an elevator, and the doors are closing. And they're gonna close unless you stick your arm through the door, and then they'll hit you and go out. We're at the point where the doors are closing and someone's got to stick their arm through the door. Because if they don't, they're gonna close. They're gonna close in the very near future. So I've written a book that is symbolically the arm going through the door. And it's going to make me very unpopular with all the right people. And I'm going to be very interested in the reaction. But basically, it's all the things that people are intimidated not to say, but can be supported with fact. And therefore, why aren't we saying them?
And why say them now for you?
Because the door's closing.
Okay.
Two things. A, because the door's closing. And B, because I've reached a point in my now coming up to 30 years of research where even more pennies have dropped. The kaleidoscope has moved again. And therefore, I can write this book in absolute confidence that what I'm saying is true. And that's why I've been getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I've still been writing at 6 o'clock at night, day after day, because I've been so caught up in this unfolding story that I've been putting together, because it explains the world and current events and recent events that puts them in a totally different context.
Is it going to be banned? What's going to happen to you?
Well, if there are not demands that it's banned, I'll be staggered. But so what? So what? You see, when people think about the consequences of speaking their truth, they are thinking in the short term of immediate cause and effect. If I say this, if I write this, these are the consequences I'm going to get. And they might not think the consequences are very pleasant, so they'll not say it or not write it. I'm looking at consequences over a longer period of time. See, what happens to me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? I'm a point of attention with an infinite awareness. Whatever happens to me, I'll just continue my journey of forever experiencing, exploring forever. You know, so what happens to me in the short term? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
You really mean that, don't you?
Yeah, I mean that, because that frees me to say what I believe to be right without thinking about consequences. I don't just not fear consequences, don't even think about them. Maybe I'm aware of them, but I don't think about, well, if I say this, what the consequence is. My criteria is, can I support this as being true? Yes, okay, I'm going to say it, I'm going to write it.
And we saw this 30 years ago on The Wogan Show. You spoke your truth.
And that's all you can do. But, you know, where I'm going with this is people look at the immediate cause and effect consequence. If I say I write this, these are the consequences. I'm looking at these consequences, not the consequences of what you say, the consequences of not saying it. Because the consequences of not saying it, of not putting that arm through the door, means that this is going to play out. And look your kids in the eye, look your grandchildren in the eye, and just think on the world they're going to live in. If people think it's bad now, if people think free speech is being deleted now, if people think dystopia is unfolding now, what's it going to be like for them? That drives me on in relation to my own children, my own grandchildren. What's it going to be like for them? And I'm not going to expose what's happening to head that off because someone might abuse me and try to ban my book. Are you having a laugh? Of course I'm going to do it. Because not doing it is unthinkable. And this is what we need people to do, not to think of short-term consequences, but to think of longer-term consequences, not only for themselves, but even more so for their kids and grandkids. The greatest gift that we can give our children and grandchildren is to head this off so they don't have to live in this world that's unfolding and being planned for them. And not to play a part in their preparation with these things of making them accept it. This is what, you know, when people say, what can I do? Endless things you can do. First of all, don't be intimidated into silence, because once it goes silent, it's silent for good.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, It's going to be bloody. It's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.